Hi guys, if you could like excuse the grossness of my appearance right now. I haven't taken a shower yet today. But I really wanted to make this video before I did like anything else because I just got home from my friend's house. I made a really long text with her about it, blah blah blah. So and anon asked me to make a video about how to tell your parents that you self-harm, and I think this is really important because you're just the fact that you're coming out and you're like saying I self-harm, please help me. I'm so proud of you for that, and just for, can I just like, I really want to like give you a round of applause, but I don't want to look dumb, so I won't, but I think that's great. Thank you. That makes me feel so good, especially that you're coming to me for advice about it. What happened when my parents found out that I was self-harming was, I told a really close friend of mine, and she was so scared because she had never dealt with anything like that before, and she told her dad, who told my mom. And I don't resent her for it or anything, and we're 20 times as close as we were then, and I love her so much, and I'm really glad she actually did it. But if I could go back in time and do that all over, I would have loved to be the one to tell my mom, because not because like that's enjoyable whatsoever, because that's totally not a good thing to have to tell your parents that you're self-harming, but I would have liked her to hear it from my mouth, because I feel like that's just a better way. And probably what I would have done is I would have sat her down, and don't try and wait till there's like a good time, because there's never a good time. Like, don't like be like wait until she's in a good mood, blah blah blah, because there's no good time for this. And I'm sorry, but I wouldn't do it very seriously. Like, I mean, it is serious, but don't like be like, you know, sit down at the dining room table and like, Mom, like with your hands folded and stuff. Like, just be comfortable around her. And I keep saying Mom because I didn't have to tell my dad, I'm sorry. I don't know if your parents are together or anything, but mine aren't, and so and I do live most of the time with my mom. But this is what I would have done, and you can change this whatsoever to fit both of your parents. But I would have sat my mom down in her room, just sat on her bed and be like, Mom, I know this is going to be really tough for you, and it's really tough for me to say too, but I've been self-harming, and if she wants to see it, show her, but if she doesn't, don't push it. Like, if she doesn't want to look at it and she'll just take your word for it, don't show her, because that can be really difficult. But my mom, like, I remember she was so upset, and she was just like, roll up your sleeves. Like, she didn't say anything. She was just like, Maddie, can you come in here? And I came in. She was like, roll up your sleeves, because I was wearing a long sleeve t-shirt, and she saw it. And yes, I thought she was angry at first. I was convinced she was angry, and a parent's reaction can be totally different, depending on how they are. But my mom kind of looked angry, and so I was terrified. And don't argue with them on how they want to take action, because obviously they're going to do something, but don't, like, if I remember I got in a huge argument with my mom about what she wanted to do, because I had this whole thing where I didn't want it to affect my everyday life. I just wanted it to like stay low. She was like, we're going to skip school tomorrow and we're going to go see a psychiatrist or a therapist or something. And I didn't want to do that, because I didn't want to let me like interfere with, I don't know what it was, but I didn't want to let it interfere with my everyday life, and so I didn't want to do it, and I started yelling, and we got in a really heated argument. But you have to give them space. You have to give your parents space, because basically, like, you're telling them that you want to hurt yourself, and that's probably one of the most heartbreaking things that a parent can ever hear. Like, and I also, never mind, I don't know where that was going, but it's a very difficult conversation to have, I know that, and it's going to be very uncomfortable and scary, and there's nothing you can do about that, because it's just terrifying, and I wish I would have been as brave as you're being right now. I wish I had the bravery to tell my mom, to tell my parents what was going on. And the fact that you want to get better and you want to do better, thank you. This makes me so happy that you're coming to me asking, because I know that you're going to do this and that makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside that you wanted me to help you with this. It makes me happy. And it shouldn't make me happy because you're hurting yourself, and I also want to hug you at the same time. But anyways, just give them space. Don't be too melodramatic. Yeah, don't do that. Just kind of, I know this is very difficult, but you have to be the calm one, because they're not going to be calm, they're not going to be collected, and chances are you're going to see a bad side of your parents. And I don't mean that in a scary way whatsoever, but I think that was one of the few times I've seen my mom cry. One of the few times I've seen my dad cry too, when we had to tell him. And just like feeling that way as a parent, I almost want to get my mom in here, but she's not here, she's at work. If I could, I would get my mom in here, and just to get her perspective on it and how she wished I would have told her. But I actually might do that sometime if anybody wants me to. So yeah, if there's anything else that you need help with, please don't feel free to message me. I apologize again for this. Alright, so I love you, and please actually message me and tell me how it went, and let me make sure you're tell me that you're okay and how things went and how they reacted, and I would love to hear. Love you. Bye.